Hey there, welcome to my channel. So today, this is like the second time I'm filming this video, and just by the way, an FYI, I'm praying that all of you are gonna stay healthy, are gonna stay safe, and are gonna follow the guidelines to prevent the spread of COVID-19. With that being said, let's pray for each other. Let's check on our loved ones, our friends, and our neighbors if possible, and also even everyone else in the world. There's a lot of people who are incapable of even like going outside to shop for themselves, and with everything going on and the shortage of things like toilet paper, tissue, toilet papers, and water, they're gonna get the heat really hard. So I'm committing great thoughts and prayers to all those people who have really lost their jobs and who can't work anymore because of the situation. A lot of businesses have taken a hit, and there's a lot of people who work as customer service representatives that have lost their jobs, and there's a lot of people who are really taking it hard right now. Personally, I thank God I haven't been affected when it comes to employment that much, but you never know where this thing is headed. Like with everything that's happening, businesses are like slowly closing up. And then so before I start, I want to make it clear that conflict is supposed to make us understand the other person better. Conflict is not supposed to be aimed at hurting the other person. It's okay to conflict, especially when your needs are not being met, but we're supposed to do it in a very respectful way. It's not okay for someone to terrorize you just because they don't agree with you, just because you have a difference of opinion, and just because you're on the wrong. So if conflict ends up being, if conflict is being done for the sole purpose of hurting another person, it's wrong. Yeah, and it's very toxic. So we can be in conflict and yet be we can conflict in a non-toxic way. It's possible to fight with another person in a non-toxic way, especially when you're trying to get to have your needs to be met, or when you're trying to like speak your mind. So yeah, I had to mention that so that people can not think that confliction is bad. When you have different people in the same place living together, conflict is bound to happen. So yeah, I had to mention that first. Today I'm gonna be talking about an experience that I had, and it's a really it's a roommate experience. And first of all, before I even embark on that, I'm gonna put a disclaimer out there. This really happened and it hurt me to the core, and I wasn't even more hurt, I was more traumatized by the whole experience. Before I even realized what was going on, I was really traumatized. So it was a scary moment for me, to be honest, and I really don't know how I got over that period of my life because a lot was going on, and I think it's because I was so busy for the most part that I was able to get through that phase of my life. So yeah, so I've ever roomed up with people like twice, like really like where I'm getting an apartment for the purpose of sharing rent, that I've done that twice. And living with other people is never the easiest thing because you've been brought up in different backgrounds. Both of you have been brought up in different backgrounds. You value different things, you do things differently. So living with a person who is different from you is quite challenging. So I value my space a lot, so for me to share that space, that is a long shot first of all. And the first time I had a roommate, it wasn't really actually that bad when I think of it. We were just having regular, normal people challenges, but we respected each other so much that whenever we had a fight, we have never had like a quarrel. We've never really quarreled face to face. If we had an issue, we used to text, and that's the farthest. Like, when I look at it, we actually never had real issues. They were just like very petty, small issues that we would solve whenever we saw each other face to face. So that's the thing with my first roommate and I. Whenever we had like a problem, whenever we had a problem with each other when we were far away, when we are not facing each other. But when we are together, whenever we met, the problem will automatically just dissolve. Like, we would end up talking to each other, and we would end up agreeing that the situation is not even that big. So anyways, but this time around, the second time I got a roommate, first of all, I wasn't planning on getting a roommate the second time I got a roommate. I had decided that I was gonna just have my own space, like, because I had like I felt like it was just important for me to have my own space. But then I had this friend of mine who had just graduated, and no one really wanted to room up with her, and she was telling me all this. She didn't even actually ask me whether she wanted me to room up. No, she didn't ask me to room up with her, but from what she was explaining, her situation was really bad. Like, she didn't have someone to room up with her. And I told her, you know what, I don't mind sacrificing this 1 year and rooming up with someone just to help you. So I decided that, yeah, you know what, let's just room up, and then once you get your feet together on the ground, we're gonna, I'm gonna find my own place. So yeah, that happened, and yeah, we started staying together. The good thing, the apartment had like 2 bedroom and 2 bath. It was a 2 bedroom, 2 bath apartment, and we never had to like share our bathroom, because for me, like, I don't like sharing a bathroom, like, literally. So yeah, anyways, fast forward, we had a pretty good living in together. There were of course issues where we disagreed on how personally I like we had bigger differences from my first roommate, in the sense that, so apart from those like normal basic issues, everything went well. We had a blowout within the time, that 1 year that we lived together. We had a blowout like twice. The first time, it was via text messages, but the second time, so I'm gonna talk about the second time that we had a blowout, when things started changing. It was like the beginning of the second year. No, not the second. So we had started living together like from mid that year, and now the lease was gonna extend to the mid of the following year. So the following year I just started, and everything was going on well, apart from tensions here and there. I mean, I was always, so for me, I have a very, very strict schedule. I was busy, super busy that year. I had full-time school. I had to be in school, which was 30 minutes away, that like several days a week. And I worked full-time as well, 36 hours in a week. And then I had other things going on, other business going on in another state, which was like 2 to 3 hours away. So when you look at my week and my days, I was really, really a busy person. I didn't have time. There are days I barely spent in the house. There are days I was just on the go, like all the time on the road, or I was actually on the road all the time, or at work. So anyways, I didn't notice things happening in that house. So one time during that year, my then roommate decided to like, so she decided to bring someone to the house. So this is what had happened. She had the habit of just bringing people to the house, and it never bothered me, because as long as she knew those people, I was okay. But one time she decided to, she had just met this guy in the park, and she decided to bring the guy to the house. And I didn't have an issue first, but then just coming to visit turned into staying, and that's what like caught my attention. And I asked her, I called her to the side and I asked her, hey, do you know anything about this guy? Because from what you told me, you had just met in the park while you're walking. And she told me she doesn't know anything about this guy. I asked her, do you know this guy's last name, and have you verified that's the actual name? This girl didn't know this guy's last name. She had never seen this guy's ID. She didn't know where this guy actually lived, and she didn't verify whether the place this guy went to school was an actual place. And here we are, this guy is spending more time in our house than anything. And the reason why I noticed like things were off, like at first it didn't really ring to me that the guy was spending more time in the house, because she would wait till midnight when I had apparently slept. That's what I was asleep, but for me, I'm normally up till late because I have a lot of things to do. So he would wait till midnight, and then he would come and then leave in the morning and all that, blah blah blah, all that shebang and everything. So anyways, yeah, so the reason why, the one thing that really caught my attention, and I decided to like actually aggressively ask what's going on here, is when the apartment complex called me. The apartment complex called me, the managers, they called me to tell me that someone had called, and they gave the guy's name, demanding, and he had not even called in a friendly way. He was really mad at them. I don't know what has been going on, but he was really mad at them and was demanding that they come quickly to fix our conditioner, our AC. And that is what freaked me out. That's what caught me my attention, because I realized that actually this guy had moved in into our apartment. Yeah, so things got like serious, and I told the girl that, hey, so this is the thing. It looks like this guy has moved in with us. He's not paying rent. I don't mind. Maybe you're paying part of the rent. I don't know. But here's the thing. I don't mind if he's not paying rent, but first of all, make sure that you know where this guy lives. Make sure that this guy's full name, and make sure you get a copy of his ID. Yeah, and I'm serious, because you don't know all these things. You just met this guy in the parking lot, and like you just don't know, you barely know this guy, and the guy is already spending the nights here, many nights here. And I freaked out, guys. So at this point I was really freaking out, because there's a lot of shooting going on in the US like every day, and here we are living with a person that we barely know nothing about, and what if he decides to shoot us up? So my paranoia went up. I was really paranoid, and so the girl decided to actually ask the guy, now for real, where do you stay? The guy was like, started taking her in circles, like, this guy was hosting me, like hosting you, so you don't actually have a place to stay. Okay, fine. This guy was actually hosting me, and he has kids, and he doesn't like people coming to the place, so I actually won't be able to show you where I actually live. And so the guy was like, what's your full name? So the guy told her the full name, and when the girl now started asking him about his ID, the guy was like, yeah, first of all, yeah, I have a criminal. I don't know how the conversation went because I wasn't there, but the girl now came and confessed to me and told me, yeah, he said that he has like a criminal background, and he's ever been arrested, he's ever stayed in jail for I don't know what, you know, for me, when I heard the word jail, I lost my focus. Yeah, I lost my focus. I wasn't listening anymore. I was really hyperventilating, and I told the girl, I'm sorry, first of all, my bedroom door is not locked, you know, it doesn't have a lock, and I'm worried now, I'm scared, the guy can't live here, I'm sorry. And yeah, that passed. They ended up, I don't know what happened after that, but the guy stopped coming around, and yeah, that stopped. And then that happened, like a month passed, and then I became super busy. I would travel a lot. And then, so one time I had gone to Memphis, and I had some business to take care of there, and I came back. Everything was successful in Memphis, and I came back, and my friend texted me. I let my friend know what had happened in Memphis, that everything went on well, and my friend was like, you know what, let's meet up and let's celebrate. And yeah, so my friend, I got home at around, so I had been away since 5, so I left the house around, let's say 5 a.m. so I had been up since 3:30 because I was supposed to be in Memphis by 8 a.m. so I was in Memphis pretty much most of my day, and I came back. I was home by around 2 p.m. and I got ready, and I was out of the house again around 3:30 to 4 p.m. So anyways, so I went out with my friend to celebrate and everything about everything that had happened. And then when I was out celebrating, my roommate texted me, and she was like, texted me pictures. She didn't say anything on the pictures, and I looked at the pictures. I was confused. First of all, I didn't make anything out of it because I didn't know what was going on. I didn't connect the dots. I didn't connect the pictures, and I just ignored the text messages. I just continued with, you know, hanging out with my friend. And then when I got home, the girl, you know, I found her cooking in the kitchen, and then she asked me, do you know anything, did you get the pictures? And I was like, yeah, I got the pictures, but actually I didn't put any much thought to them because I didn't really connect the dots. I thought maybe, I don't know what I thought about those pictures, they just were not making sense because she didn't say anything about them. So I thought maybe she had forwarded me pictures from whatever. Nothing was making sense in those pictures. So anyways, yeah, she told me, yeah, she came home and she found soil in her things. So basically the soil, it wasn't soil first of all. So she said the soil was on her sink, on the walls, like, and in her, a little bit in the bathroom. And when I said, okay, let me see what's going on. So she showed me. I went to the bathroom, and I was like, honestly, this does not look like soil. First of all, it looked like it looked like ashes. It was gray actually. It looked like ashes. It was super fine, and some was on the wall, like fine ashes on the wall, and on the counter, like a thin fine sheet of ashes on the counter, and underneath her sink, the cupboard under the sink, and in the, I think there was some in the bathtub, or not the bathtub, at the doorway of her bathroom. Yeah, and I looked at that, was like, and then there was a little bit of water on the sink, and I was just like, this does not look like an actual human being did, you know, like, it doesn't look like soil first of all. And then she was like, maybe it's mold. I was like, okay, I know you studied biology in college, how can this be mold? This can't be mold by any means. Mold looks totally different. This is ash. And then she, you know, I was like, no, this can't be mold. You just need to go to, ask her, did you call any maintenance guy here? And she was like, yeah, there was a maintenance guy who was supposed to come and fix the power in my room. And I was just like, bruh, they didn't clean up their mess. That's what's up, because this looks like a machine was here doing some stuff. Like, it just looks like things were falling from the sky because there was a thin sheet of whatever. And yeah, and she was like, okay, I'm gonna go tomorrow and ask them. And when she went to ask them, I asked her the following day, like, what's up? What did they say? And she was like, yeah, they said they're gonna come and clean up, and they're gonna ask the maintenance guy whether he did that. And then they were like, but it looks like, first of all, it looks like someone had lit up a flame. Did you leave any candles on in your room or on the sink or whatever? It looks like something was burning up because this is ash and stuff. And then she was like, no, I didn't leave any candles on, because at first I also thought she had left candles on, because it looked like something had been burning literally on there. And then she was like, no. And then they were like, we're gonna send someone to clean up. And then I didn't follow up really, because I was busy. I have my own life to run, so I didn't follow up. And I think weeks passed, and then weeks passed, blah blah blah. And then this one time I decided to cook, and I couldn't find anything that I was looking for. I couldn't find my dishes, I couldn't find spoons. It was just some weird fiasco things going on. And then I looked under the sink. I realized, like, you know, under the sink, the kitchen sink, normally a lot of people put a lot of messy stuff down there, like soap, all kinds of things, cleaning things are normally under that sink, you know. And when I looked down there, actually I didn't know they were there. I just opened by mistake. I happened to be looking for something else when I found a lot of my dishes under the sink. And then, you know, I decided, you know, actually that day I was going to, because I was supposed to be going to work that evening, so I cooked for work. Yeah, I now remember, I cooked for work, and I couldn't find my dishes to put my things, you know, to put food in, or carry food with. And then I asked her, no, I didn't ask her. I looked under the sink for some reason. I was looking for something else, and then I found my dishes down there and some of my plates, and I asked her, well, why are my things down there? And they didn't look like they were like organized the way she got them. It looked like someone has been throwing those things down there over time. And I asked her, like, why did you put my things under the sink? And she became super defensive, like in the sense that she had a big blowout, and she was like, I know you, I know who you are, and blah blah blah, you poured soil in my room, blah blah blah. And this was like weeks worth of whatever. She didn't confront me that particular time, the time we found the mess. Good thing I had pictures in my phone. So she had a blowout. She was like, I know the kind of person you are, blah blah blah, you poured things in my, you know, put soil in my room, blah blah blah. And I'm like, what kind of nonsense is this? This is the most dumb shit I've ever heard. First of all, I was shocked. I was shocked because, first of all, like, guys, if there's one thing I don't mess with in this world, is soil. I don't mess with soil. First of all, where are you gonna find soil in America? There's mulch in every flower bed. Second of all, that day I was so busy, I came home late and ended up coming home much later. Where did I have time to gather soil from whatever place you think I got soil from to pour to your room? Third of all, this is the most demeaning accusation of all. I think I was more mad at the type of accusation than the actual accusation. Like, you know, if she had said maybe like I poured water in her room, maybe that's a fancy accusation. Like, I'm such a diva. Like, why? Like, how on earth will I have anything to do with soil? Soil of all things. Like, am I gonna get my nails dirty? Like, how's that gonna work? Like, hell to the no. Like, at least you could have said that I poured roses on your or flower petals on your sink or whatever, or water, something that fits me, you know, something that I'm capable of. Maybe if I'm capable of, I'm not capable of any of that stuff, but at least that would make sense. But saying I poured soil in your room made me feel like a witch. It made me sound like a witch, because that's some witchcrafty kind of nonsense. Anyways, so she shouted. We had this major disagreement, and I was so mad. I was just kicking anything that was out of my way and everything. So she started, you know, when I got to work, she texted me. She was like, I'm gonna call the police on you, for pouring soil in my room. First of all, that was like several weeks ago, and if you call the police, first of all, they're gonna arrest you because you look more of the crime than I do. So I was like, go ahead, be my guest, call them. And by the way, I tell them I work here in this unit and they can come on right on. I don't care. And I don't know whether she called the police. All I know is I never found the police. They never came to my workplace. So anyways, after that incident, we had like a major blowout, like, and she started making my life like a living hell, because she started going around, you know, we had almost like, she was my friend initially, and so we had like the same circle of friends. You know, a lot of people have like a lot of energy. There's some things, for me, when we have like a major blowout, it ends there, or I'm gonna say, oh, we had an argument or something. Like, I don't even have the energy to go around spreading lies or spreading stuff to other people about an incident, because I'm so busy. I don't even have time to meet those goddamn people. So she went around. I didn't know about this. I knew about this much later, after I had moved out of the place. But she started going around telling people that I poured soil. So now she made it look like I've been pouring soil in her room. So where her room was and where the bathroom is, it's like there's a corridor, there's a long whatever. So she made it look like I poured soil in her bedroom, her sink, and you know, her bathroom and stuff. And that's what she was telling people. She was not telling people the whole story. She said that I poured soil in her room, and people thought that I'm this bad person. And first of all, I didn't care. I normally don't care what people think. But what really broke my heart is the fact that some people thought that that was true, and they came to ask me, and I was like, first of all, like, does that accusation fit me? Second of all, you know me too well. Do you think I'm even capable of that? What time do I have? You guys know how busy I am. What time do I have to be dealing with soil, or to be pouring soil in people's rooms? Like, that's a lot of work. First of all, like, that's a lot of work. If it was something to do with like dealing with whatever I have right there, like probably whatever, I don't know, it was just beyond my mind, you know, my level, or my level of reasoning at that particular time. And I didn't care. I became so weak, in the sense that I became weak, and at every accusation that, no, at those accusations, that I didn't even know what to do anymore. I just didn't care about proving that that's a lie. I just kept quiet. I was just like, you know, I think whatever you guys want, I think. I really don't care. I mean, I'm too blessed for this kind of shit, you know, like, God has blessed me. I don't have the energy and the time for this. And I kept quiet, and that was it. So, but you know, when someone spreads such rumors, there's some people who are gonna treat you differently, and I noticed some people are just giving me weird looks. And you know, the funny thing is, you don't even know what's going on. Someone spreads rumors, you don't even know about them, and you're happily saying hi to people, you're happily, you know, talking to people, and they're looking at you like, bruh, like you literally poured soil in her room kind of look. And also, you know, giving me the look of, you know, like, it was like an embarrassing accusation in itself. So I didn't have the energy. Like, I felt stupid at that particular time, and because I'm too lazy, I don't even have the energy to be going around like proving that it's a lie or something. So I let it slide. I was just like, whatever, whoever wants to talk to me will talk to me. And people came and told me, yeah, this is what happened. And I was just like, okay, so what? Anyways, with that incident, I became super uncomfortable, and I became super paranoid, because I was like, I didn't know, like, you started bringing different people to the house, you know, she will bring one person after the other, and I became so paranoid, guys. And I was just like, I don't know who she's gonna bring, they might attack me or something. I just felt so unsafe at that particular time. And my bedroom room didn't have a lock, so every time I would come, I'd have to look around, because I was like, what if one time she comes and she decides to, like, maybe cut my couch? How am I gonna prove she's the one who tore it apart? How am I gonna prove she's the one who came to my room and did things, you know? So I became super paranoid, and I couldn't wait to move. I actually moved out of that apartment before the lease was over. I was okay to continue paying the bills, splitting, but I had to find my own place. So I moved to a different city, and I continued paying my half share of the rent and utilities. But then you know, when you were close to like moving, when the lease was close to ending, she decided to block me. So good thing she had already paid that month's rent at the beginning of that month, so I didn't have to track her down for anything. But then I was left with all the utilities, electricity, internet, you name it, even anything you can think of, she didn't pay. So I was left with a month's worth of utilities unpaid. So I didn't have a way of reaching her. I mean, I had people I could have sent, but at this point I was just like, this is useless. I'm not gonna waste my energy. So you can see that's how like lazy I am when it comes to doing things that I can never follow up with, you know, things, you know. So I was just like, I'm too blessed, guys. Like, there's no way I'm gonna be following up with such petty issues. If it's utilities, you've left your other half, I'm gonna pay them, you know. At the end of the day, I don't want my credit to be messed up because of someone's carelessness. So I was okay to pay those bills and never even bother following up with her. At the end of the day, I'm too blessed. When it comes to blessing, I'm more blessed than her. That's one thing that was very apparent. And then that was it. I moved on with my life. But I'm glad I had that experience, because at the same time that experience traumatized me, and it made me decide that I will never room up with anyone. So that was before I moved out of state. And if I room up with anyone, it's maybe for a period of not on a list, maybe 2 months at most, trying to get my shit together. But I will never do that again. That was an experience in itself, and it traumatized me. It wounded me, because people, we are brought up differently, and people have different intentions out there. We have different levels of hygiene. Not everyone embraces hygiene. Not everyone embraces safety, and for me, safety is my top priority. Like, when you go out, there's a lot of things that meet you. You get wounded, you get everything. You wanna come home to a peaceful place, to a safe haven, to a place that smells nice. You wanna come home to a place that is, you know, is godly. You don't want all these shenanigans and shebangs going on. And so for me, that's a priority. It doesn't matter whether I will be forced to like find, you know, get another job. If I will do that just to not room up with anyone. So that was an experience in its own, and I was traumatized, and it took me a while to kind of recuperate from that. And I can say that I'm happy, and I became even more blessed after that incident. And I can tell you, I can almost guess that I'm more blessed than her 10 times. God multiplied my blessings, like, and I'm glad and I'm happy. So, and for me, I'm a person that doesn't keep grudges. She ended up unblocking me like months later. She blocked me and then she unblocked me, and she would text me. I would answer her. I don't have any grudges. I don't have any grudge against you. But that experience taught me one thing. I don't want you anywhere around me. I'm scared of you. I don't know what you're capable of. I don't know, like, you. Yeah, so it made me traumatized, but at the same time, I'm happy because God blessed me 10 times. I'm more blessed than ever. So that's that. And I will never keep a grudge on anyone. If she asked me for help today, I will definitely help her. But any help that doesn't involve us living together, any help that doesn't involve us being in the same space, I will definitely take her up on that. That's definitely a definite. So even with this, I would like to even encourage anyone that doesn't have any other choice but to room up with other people. First of all, make sure you have a lock in your room, so that when things go south, you don't have this big paranoia. You don't feel scared all the time about what the other person can do. You can never be sure about anyone, even friends. So just be always, stay safe. Never feel guilty for anything, so long as you're giving your best at being a roommate. So that's that. So thank you guys. Guys, so I'm gonna talk about what to expect in the coming weeks. First of all, due to the fact that you're supposed to maintain the social distance and just prevent going out frequently, and because you're gonna be staying indoors a lot of my videos are gonna be modified to be sit downs, and I hope you bear with me, because it's gonna be, I had a lineup of outdoors videos, like traveling videos and videos of me doing things on the outside, which I was actually looking forward to. But unfortunately, due to unavoidable circumstances, I'm gonna be doing most of my videos sitting down, and mostly probably this is gonna be my props. So I'm on my bed, and so first of all, I'm gonna introduce you to my bed. This is the place where I meditate, I pray, I cry, I watch movies when I can. This is the place where I decompress a lot when the outside world has, you know, hit me hard. So this is a very sacred place for me, and I'm honestly covering it with the blood of Jesus. I'm gonna pray for it, you know, because it's gonna be exposed to the world out there. So this is a lot of exposure for me as a person. I'm a very private person. As much as I post a lot and I showcase a lot out there's a lot that I don't show. There's a lot that I don't share about myself, and it's because I'm a very private person and I value that privacy a lot. There's a lot of great things that I will probably be showing out there, but at the end of the day, before I share something, I normally ask myself, is it gonna motivate people? Is it gonna, like, what's my intention? And when I boil it down to it, I never have any intention. So but today I'm gonna be showing this place because I don't have anywhere else to film. My house is quite empty. I was supposed to ship my things from the state that I moved from, Arkansas, but that was gonna happen in May, and at this point I don't know whether that's possible because of everything that's going on, but I'm gonna cross my fingers I'll be able to ship my things down here. I've already paid half of the price, the shipment price, so very soon I'm gonna be filming from my living room, but right now it's quite empty. Yeah, so that being said, so guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I would like to ask all of you actually, to like my video, to like actually subscribe to my channel, and ask other people to subscribe to my channel and support me.